My name is Mark Zilke, and on social media you know me as Bizman YXC, where I lift up stories of people who are benefiting and contributing to our community in new and unique ways where we all win. What's the Niall Schofield story in the Coles Nose version?
You know, some people call it a victim of the 60 scoop. I call it a survivor of the 60 scoop. You know, I was adopted at a very young age, 6 months old, born with FASD, which is a disability when your mother drinks in her womb. It's quite an epidemic in society today that's, in my view, not getting enough media or any attention or anything like that. So the challenges of having FASD and not knowing about it with no diagnosis, it made life really tough. So when you're in a state like that and then you're introduced to trauma, so at the age of 8, I was assaulted by men sexually, and you know, that burden, that pain, you carry that like all your life. And you know, I just had a regular childhood. Growing up, I had 2 loving parents. You know, the family was great, and basically just kind of how do you say, struggled throughout life. And you know, there comes a time when you have to kind of rise above it all, and you have to face all the things that give you challenges in life, whether it be death of family, suicides, friends, whatever it may be. Everything kind of conflicts trauma on a person. And I'm sure everybody that's watching right now can take a look into themselves and say, you know what, I was beaten. You know what, I was raped. You know what, I was this, I was that. And a lot of people can't find the strength or the endurance to withhold that type of trauma.
So you mentioned you've written a couple books. What are the titles of them, and where can people, find them?
Sure. So actually, the launch date will be this Sunday, as I just talked to my publicist. The name of the book is called "Who Am I?"
Who am I?
Who am I?
And you've also done some videos and different things regarding that book, correct?
Yeah. Yes, and lead up to teasers, I guess.
Teasers, I like it. Okay, where can people go and check out those teasers and more information on those books?
If you just go to my Facebook page, they're posted there.
Okay.
Just Niall Schofield on Facebook.
So let's move into now another tangible response to not only your story, but obviously it's an overlapping story that covers not just yourself, but many other people. So you're wearing a Douglas Bird shirt, and I want to make sure that our audience gets to see that. And here's a little bit about that story. So this is, from what I understand, this is the business aspect of not your story, but it is giving back in a tangible, it's a tangible product and with a tangible story.
Yeah.
And so can you tell our audience a little bit more about what Douglas Bird is all about, and also who is it benefiting? What's the story behind this?
Sure. So the Douglas Bird part it goes back to my actual book. It's like,
right.
So before I was adopted at 6 months old, I was actually named Douglas Bird.
Okay.
Yeah. So Douglas is my father's name, who I never met. He's passed on now, and Bird is the last name of my mother, who has also passed on now. I never got to meet them. So Douglas Bird apparel, kind of goes back to some of the residential school pain, some of the Indigenous missing women, and there's some other organizations that I work with, right?
Right. Absolutely.
It's all trauma. And you don't have to be Indigenous to live in trauma. It comes in all shapes and sizes and forms and ethnicities, and everybody has it. So the idea behind it was, by my lived experience, when it comes to assault or suicide or whatever it may be,
Right.
some really deep, dark things. right? So on the front is this logo. It's a three-eyed crow, which in Indigenous it has meaning, and my name on there. But on the back is a poem written by my auntie Irene Bird. That's my mother's sister, and she wrote thousands of powerful poems, like thousands. I got hundreds of them in my office. And so what I've done is I've showcased her words of what the traumas that she's gone through, in hopes that when people wear this, they'll be able to relate to something in this one. The vision is just to help as many people as possible. I know exactly how sensitive it is to come out and actually, and face it. So it might be a little bit of a process, but I think we're gonna have a lot of success, and we look forward to giving back to these organizations.
So now, one of the things I appreciate about you is that you're utilizing the Douglas Bird apparel line to help other groups in our community. And one of those specifically is the FASD network. And you obviously have a lot of experience, not only with the network at arm's length, but you have personal experience with even your own life. And so I'm just wondering if you'd be able to and willing to share a little bit of that partnership and how it relates to Douglas Bird.
Yeah, sure. So I was diagnosed quite a while ago. When I was 24, I got my full diagnosis, and I just got re-diagnosed again just a couple months ago because apparently people don't believe me. So anyways, the diagnosis came back, and I speak at these conferences, the international conferences in Vancouver every 2 years.
And this is for FASD?
This is for FASD. And so what happens there is that all the top researchers and doctors of the world come to Vancouver. And there's a saying that says, nothing for us without us.
Can you say that one more time?
Nothing for us without us.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great. It's powerful because the whole kind of thing of FASD has always been research in rats and animals and this and that, right? Nothing ever included us. People that live every day with FASD, people that are different ages and stuff. So the partnership between that is the trauma that these individuals that live with FASD, the stigma that they live with, the pain that they live with, and so Douglas Bird Apparel has strong messages on the back of the apparel for the network. Allowing them to kick down the walls of stigma, kick down the walls of the communities that judge them, kick down all of that, and really start to uprise and start living for themselves.
Okay, so first of all, I want to thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing not only the Douglas Bird Apparel story, but also finding your bloodline, getting connected, reconnected, and then also how you are making a tangible difference, a positive difference in our community. And I hope that other people are not only encouraged but motivated to reach outside their spheres of influence and participate in ways that can benefit everyone as well. What a fantastic experience, what a fantastic story. And thank you so much for being part of the solution and encouragement for others.
Well, I'm just getting started, so keep your eyes peeled because here I come.
There we go. Niall, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.